Today we are doing a Q&A. I have a handful of recently asked questions from you guys that I have written out and printed off so that I can read them to you guys. And we've got some really good questions today about using your time effectively as a real estate agent and using your CRM system, following up, tracking your leads for sell by owners. We have questions about starting a YouTube channel for real estate agents so you can get leads consistently like we do through YouTube that help us close more houses. So many good questions. So those are just a few of the things that we're going to cover today. But first, if you're new here, welcome. My name's Mariah and I'm a real estate agent in the beautiful state of Oregon. If you have a client relocating to Oregon, send them my way. I'd love to give you a referral fee. On this channel, I just like to have some good laid back conversations with you guys, our viewers, about real estate and what's going on in our business, what's working for us in our business, so that you can take these things that's working for us and apply them into your business and your marketplace. Okay, so if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. You're not going to want to miss anything. Okay, I need your help. I did one YouTube video 4 years ago and never did another one. I've been wanting to do more videos, but I'm really stuck. I don't know where to start. Any advice I'll take. Okay, so as far as what is in my eye, here is my best advice for using YouTube for your real estate business goes. It can be difficult to prioritize it if you haven't seen results yet. This is something that is still difficult for me, mindset wise. Is for example, today I was kind of feeling like hard on myself in a way, just kind of like, Mariah, you're really not doing anything dollar producing today. You're wasting your day. This is, I've shared this before, but I work 2 days a week, and there, I still do work on the other days. If you've seen my week in the life of a realtor vlogs, you know that I'm very much still, doing work on those other days, but I have 2 days a week where I like sit down and try to cram as much of my work into those 2 days as possible. That's like my focused work time, if you will. Sometimes one of those days will be batch filming content, marketing content that will bring us clients. And today was one of those days. So today I wasn't meeting with any clients, wasn't meeting with anyone in person, had no Zoom meetings, which I usually do a lot of Zoom meetings, nothing like that. And it's really easy for me to feel like I had a really productive day, like I am doing good in my real estate business if I made cold calls, if I met with a client in person, if I did a relocation, buyer consultation over Zoom or any sort of like Zoom consultation. Like if I did those things, then I'm feeling pretty good about my business. But on the days like today, when all I'm doing is just batch filming content, I kind of feel like, what am I even doing with my business? What am I doing with my life? I'm literally sitting in my car making videos. And then I have to remind myself, I wouldn't have literally all of my escrows have come from these videos. Even though when you're sitting in your car making videos, it really doesn't feel productive. But like, I have to remind myself, all my escrows right now have come from sitting in my car and making videos. And so although it doesn't feel dollar producing, although it can even feel a little silly sometimes, like that, this is like me reminding myself, it is dollar producing because that's where literally all of my clients are coming from right now. And so with that being said, I can totally understand how it could be very hard to prioritize doing this, what I'm doing right now, and putting it on your schedule if you haven't seen the results yet, because it's even hard for me to prioritize it sometimes when I very much have seen the results from it, if that makes sense. And it's made us a lot of money and brought us a lot of clients. So I think first and foremost, you really need to have an understanding that this is a proven formula, okay? Agents have been doing YouTube for a long time now. This is not just something that is like people are trying out. Like, we know what works. And if you're confused about what type of videos work, go to my channel called Oregon Homes with Mariah Vetras Crawford and rip off and duplicate, steal my video ideas, just apply them to your market. And just know, although those videos don't get a ton of views, they do work to bring clients. They are what, people moving to your area or buying or selling in your area are searching for. So literally go to my channel, steal those ideas, and just know this is dollar producing and it's going to work. So I don't know if this makes any sense, but I think that's something that is really, really important. If you're going to prioritize anything, I know for me, if I'm going to prioritize anything, I have to know I'm not wasting my time and that it's actually something that's important and it's going to bring me the results I want. If that makes sense. Okay, yeah, so your question was, I did one video 4 years ago and I'm stuck. I don't know where to start. Okay, so first you need to start with your mindset, like I just talked about, knowing that you're not wasting your time. It's not just some dumb, silly, stupid thing. Like, even if your video gets 5 views, I had $1 million buyer that came just from YouTube when I had, I don't know, 30 views on some of my videos. Like you do not need a ton of views to get momentum and to get a lot of business. You just need the right views. Basically, my point I'm trying to make is you need to make sure that you have the right mindset, and that mindset needs to be that what you're doing is important and it is dollar producing, and you have to really believe that even before you see the results. So it might take you a while to see the results. Just stay consistent and know you will see them. And I know that because not only from my channel that I've seen the results from, my other, one that we get clients from, but I also know that from all the agents I get to talk to. At the brokerage I'm with, Real Broker, I have the opportunity to sponsor agents into the company, which is so much fun, meaning that I get to be in collaboration with and chat with and help and talk to and connected with and be connected with agents all over the country. And many of them who reach out to us about joining us at Real Broker, many of them are agents who are wanting to use video because, they see that's what we do, and so whatever. So many of them are wanting to use video, and many of them I've had the chance to watch their channels in, their market in Texas or whatever state they're in. I've had the chance to literally help them and watch their channel from the time they just started, and 6 months in, maybe they were saying like, I've been consistent, I don't have any leads yet, and then all of a sudden a year later, like boom, these agents, I'm thinking of one specific agent in mind, this agent is just killing it now. So don't give up if the results seem to be slow. It is not something that is going to just bring you all these leads right away, but it will bring you lots of leads if you're consistent and patient and you keep up with it. So the first piece of advice is having that mindset of like, this is going to produce results and it is important enough to prioritize, is really important. You don't know where to start. That's really where I would start. Okay, put it in your schedule once a week. Sit down, tell yourself, I'm going to take an hour a week to start and do this, and eventually you'll be able to take less time because I do all my videos in one take. But eventually, at first you might feel uncomfortable, you might mess up, whatever. Eventually you'll be able to do it very, very quickly because you won't need to maybe have multiple takes. Try not to have multiple takes anyway, because it doesn't have to be perfect. Just do it and then put it out there, okay? But that's my piece of advice. That's where to start, is really just doing it. Don't wait till you feel comfortable or ready, and go to my channel for advice on where to start. Go to my channel, Oregon Homes with Mariah Vetras Crawford, to get ideas on where to start. Just literally steal those video titles and apply them to your market. There you go. That's all you need to know. Okay, next question. How do you run your CRM system? I'm currently paying an admin to handle my CRM system for me, and managing her is taking up all my time. Okay, here's the thing. Your CRM system does not need to take up that much time. I would argue that you're probably spending more time managing your admin than you would be managing your CRM system if you did it yourself. And I am all for outsourcing. I 1000% think it is a great idea to outsource, but I think maybe in your position, you're better off outsourcing your house cleaning if you don't already do that, and you do your CRM system yourself, and you're probably going to spend less money and have more time back, if that makes sense. I don't know, but I would not outsource CRM system personally. That's just my personal choice. Okay, managing CRM system. Okay, so the first tip for a CRM system is you really got to know it. And this is not a fun step. It's never going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm looking forward to sitting down and learning my CRM system. It's a very boring task, to be honest. It's not something that anyone's going to look forward to doing, but you need to do it. So sit down, put it on your schedule, to block out a day or two to dedicate to strictly to knowing your CRM system. If you're not using Lofty, I don't know what you're doing with your life. If you don't know what Lofty is, go to my channel and find my videos about Lofty. I have a couple of them. It is literally going to change your life. It used to be called Chime. But This is not a promotion for Lofty. I just feel very strongly about Lofty. But whatever CRM system you're using, if it's Lofty, there's plenty of videos about how to use it online. But whatever CRM system you have, I'm sure there's plenty of videos online about how to use it. So sit down, watch those tutorials, get it set up well, get like buyers set up on campaigns and all of that. Like there's all these tutorials that'll help you with that, okay? And then basically what I do is anytime I get a lead, a buyer lead, a seller lead, a agent that wants to join my agent email list, anything like that, I immediately, don't delay, immediately. If for some reason I can't immediately do this, I will put a note in my phone, and then as soon as I can, I will do it. But immediately as you can, add that lead to your CRM system and set them up. Don't just add them as a lead, but set them up on some sort of a drip campaign, meaning like if it's a buyer, set them up on some sort of a campaign where they're getting automatic emails from you based off of, you know, how hot or cold of a lead they are every so often, if that makes sense. And there are so many tutorials on how to do this online for every CRM system. So figure out how to do that, but it really doesn't have to be difficult to manage. Okay, the next thing is in that way, you kind of can then set it and forget it. Another thing that you can do is go through and every now and then send out a mass email to everyone in your CRM system asking who wants to know the updated value of your home, and send out some CMAs. I know my husband does that every now and then, and it is a decent way to get some hot seller leads from that. Okay, how do you make your follow-up calls and handle that? Okay, if you simplify your business, you'll get so much of your time left. So I don't waste time with a lot of like high-tech things. And I know there are a lot of high-tech things that can actually save you time, but what I do is very old school. And the reason is because it's just what works for me, and I think it's honestly really simple. So as far as managing my for sale by owners, for example, if I'm gonna call for sale by owners, which, guys, I've talked about this recently in some of my recent videos about how I started calling them again. There are literally no for sale by owners in my market. I don't live in this huge area, but I've really been struggling with this because, like, for example, today I've looked up multiple times this week all the new for sale by owners. There are no new ones. They were all new a couple weeks ago, but since the last couple weeks, there's no new for sale by owners. It's been annoying. Anyway, I'm a little bit like, is this even worth my time? Because there's so few in my market. Maybe I'll update you guys later with that. But anyway, for now, I'm going to still call them every now and then. But anyway, if I was going to follow up for sale by owners, what I'm going to do is I have a piece of paper, like an old school notebook paper. And when I'm finding my for sale by owner leads, because I find them on Craigslist, I write out the name and the address and their phone number, and then I put a line under it and I write them, and I fill up the whole list with, if there's that many in my market, I fill up the list with them. I go down the list, and the reason I really like this is because the physical piece of paper, I keep it out on my desk where I work, so it is a reminder to me every week, like, hey, time to follow up with these. And then when I do follow up with them, I am able to cross off the ones off the list that maybe, sold, listed, whatever, or I can write little notes like, okay, this they want to sell now, like whatever. I can just write little notes. I don't know. I'm just old school, and I really enjoy having my piece of paper with my for sale by owner leads. You might use a dialer. Spencer's been using a dialer, and I've actually had a few agents reach out to me and ask about that. So maybe we'll have him come on and talk about it. I know he's really been enjoying it. But again, even with the dialer, there's so few for sale by owners in our area. He's really been doing expireds, and it's been working really well for him. But anyway, moving on to the next question. Oh yeah, and then also as far as simplifying your business goes and like managing leads and following up and all of that, is when it comes to past clients, because that's another category to be consistently, even though you guys know I'm not that consistent with this, but somewhat consistently following up with. I keep all my past clients in my in literally just like a document on my laptop. It is what's the type of document called? A Word document? Is that what it's called? It's just I just type them. I literally just type in my past clients. And then I also have a note in my phone for my favorite past clients, for my top past clients who I maybe had the best experiences with or whatever. I will add them to that, and they kind of get extra, like, I don't know. I write in their address, their name, and their anniversary, their home anniversary. And so they'll get flowers on their home anniversary delivered to them, that kind of thing. And again, I use Word document to type them all in and just add them myself when I get a closing, and my notes in my phone that I keep them all there. And that way, when I am going to send mail to my past clients, like I do a few times or so a year, I will just pull up those documents and go down the list, and it's super easy. Like it works for me. It's no Excel spreadsheet, but I don't like Excel spreadsheets, okay? And you ask me what I do, so I'm just being honest. Could you suggest to me how to approach a for sale by owner? Do you recommend any script? I'm not gonna go too into this because I talked about this recently in a couple of my recent vlogs. Actually, I actually shared script. So my answer to this question is go to my channel and watch my 2 recent vlogs, Realistic Week in the Life of a Real Estate Agent Part 1 and then Part 2. And I talk a lot about for sale by owners and scripts and things that have really worked well for me in the past in those videos. Again, I've only been back to business, back in the States for a very short amount of time. And like, I think I'm on week 3 right now, maybe. And so I haven't been cold calling that long. And again, there's hardly any for sale by owners in my area. So I've actually been kind of struggling with this, and we'll see how long I keep doing this. I've been kind of telling myself, like, yes, I want to still do that. I want to still be getting in front of these for sale by owners, especially if one comes up that I'm like, oh, I know I can list that one. But at the same time, and I always want to know like what new for sale by owners are out there and staying on top of it. But at the same time, I also know all my clients right now, like my hot leads ready to go, my current escrows, they are all from YouTube. So I want to dedicate time to what's bringing me the results right now. So I've got a few FSBO leads, but the right now clients are all YouTube. So anyway, and last but not least, my last question for this Q&A was, can you give me some advice for getting started with agent attraction? And holy cow, I've been getting asked a lot about this actually. If you guys want a full video on agent attraction, let me know in the comments, or shoot the thumbs up button, hit the thumbs up button. If you don't know what agent attraction is, basically the brokerage that I'm with rewards their agents for bringing agents to the company. And by doing that, when I bring an agent to the company, for example, I then receive a portion of their commission every time they receive a closing until they cap, which our cap is really low at our company. It's like $12,000 if you're not on a team, $12,000 a year cap. And this doesn't cost them anything. In return, these agents, they have me in their corner. Like, I have a vested interest in their success at the company. They text me, I might voice text back. I'm happy to help if questions come up with that type of thing. No, it's not coaching. It's not a mentor. It's whatever. It's very like laid back, but I'm another resource for you, I guess you could say, if you need help getting started at Real or getting plugged in or whatever. And I love doing it. But, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So it doesn't cost these agents anything. Everyone that signs up for our company has a sponsor. So if you're considering joining Real Broker, you can name me, Mariah Crawford, as your sponsor. You just put my name in your independent contractor agreement, and you can do that by signing up with the link below that I have in the description of this video. But it doesn't cost agents anything to have this sponsor. You know, your commission split. Your split is the same regardless of if you don't have a sponsor or not. I don't even know if you can sign up without a sponsor, but anyway, everyone in the company has a sponsor. Doesn't cost you anything, and it's a point of contact, so one that now has a vested interest in your success of the company. And I've been getting asked a lot by agents, like, how can I do this? First of all, I just want to say, Real Broker really does not push agent attraction. They're not like other real estate brokerages that have this similar model where they like try to get you to like recruit agents. Like they want agents at Real Broker to just focus on having a great real estate business. If you want to attract agents, awesome, they'll reward you a lot for doing it, and it's amazing, and it can really change your entire life. But it's not something that's forced by any means. But to get to the point, my biggest piece of advice for agent attraction is put yourself out there online and have a successful real estate business yourself as well. But here's what I mean by that is focus on having a successful real estate business yourself. You also need to be online to some capacity. You don't need to have a huge audience. Obviously, I don't have a huge audience, and I've been able to grow a really solid network at Real Broker, but you do need to be online to some capacity. So find your platform, be it Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, X, whatever that is. There's so many, LinkedIn. Find your platform and consistently show up. And I would say you don't need to be making agent-facing videos. Like this would be an agent-facing video, for example, to attract agents to your company. Just put out content for buyers and sellers, for example, and that will bring you buyer and seller clients. But agents will take notice as well, and they will start reaching out to you, especially if you're sprinkling in there every now and then, like, I'm at a mastermind at my brokerage, Real Broker, or I'm doing this. Like, you don't want to be like obviously only posting about Real on your Instagram all day, but sprinkle in there some things about Real as well, so people know what brokerage you're with. And honestly, that's not even really good advice. I could really go on it. I do have a lot I could say about this, especially when it comes to like doing these attraction calls. But I don't really want to make this video about that. But yeah, don't try to recruit people. I never ever have set out trying to recruit people. I've literally created content online sharing what I love about Real Broker, and then the right agents find me and join me at Real Broker. And I'm not trying to be salesy. When I do these calls, like if you are considering joining Real and you do a Zoom call with me, for example, by the way, if you want to hop on a Zoom call and talk a little bit more about Real to see if it might be a good fit for you because you're considering joining the company, shoot me an email. I'd love to hop on a Zoom call with you. But if I'm doing a Zoom call with an agent thinking about joining Real, I'm not trying to convince them to join. Like that is not even in the lingo. If they ask me, what's your pitch? I don't have a pitch. I want to hear about you and your business. I want to get to know you because I genuinely care about you. And that is something that I genuinely just really like people and get excited to get to talk to other agents across the country. Like it brings me joy and I love it. But I'm not trying to sell you. I'm going to share my personal experience, and to be honest, it's pretty good, so it's hard for me to have like bad things to say, but it's just coming from my heart. I'll answer your questions from the best of my ability, but I am not trying to sell you. And if you do try to sell someone, I really do believe, whether it is for, you're doing a FSBO or an agent attraction call or whatever, like it is only going to draw people away. So having their best interest in mind means maybe this isn't the best company for them, but let's just have a conversation, and you need to really unattach yourself from the results. Like when I go into an agent attraction call, I am present and focused on the call, and I'm excited about the call, but I do not care or think about the results. I don't care if you join me. I don't care if you join me at Real. Like if you don't want to join Real, it's fine. I think if you go in there with that mindset of like, oh, how am I gonna convince them to join Real? How am I gonna convince them to join my network? Like you're already failing at that point. So I think that the fact, something that helps make me so successful at this is the fact that I am very unattached from the results. I really don't care if they join or not. I'm just excited to get the chance to talk to them and share my experience and get to know them a little bit and make a new friend in real estate. And hopefully they do join, but if they don't, like, it's fine. So anyway, I don't know if any of that made sense, but that's it for today's video. It's gotten way too long. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell if you haven't already. Also, if you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up button, hit the thumbs down button if you didn't. Also, head over to my channel. I have a handful of playlists you might grab value from, and I'll see you guys next time.